Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? I'm going to go over our syllabus in this video. As you guys know, the syllabus is kind of like a contract between professor and student, so really make sure that you read thoroughly through all of the information. I'm going to highlight several of the important items, but it is really important that you know everything that I expect from you guys and everything that I'm willing to do for you guys during this semester. All right, so we're going to get started. This is the Spanish 111 course. We are going to, in this course, learn some nice basic information. So we're going to learn how to introduce ourselves, get some nice basic information about ourselves, and describe our likes, our dislikes, what we do. We're not going to be at the point where we can translate for anybody. We can't watch a movie in Spanish. This is just the first little step. I like to give the example. I was with my sister and we were traveling in Mexico, and we were out dancing, and she was trying to talk to people, and she was able to say her name, where she was from, her age, what she studied, and then they asked another question, and she said, whoop, nope, that's enough, that's about all I can do. And so that's what you guys are going to be able to do. I like this story because it kind of sums up what you guys are going to be able to do. A 2-minute presentation about yourself, 3-minute, and basic conversation about yourselves. But it's a good starting point. All right, we do have a required text for this course, and it's actually a text and My Spanish Lab package, the two things that are required for the course. The first thing is the Mosaicos book. It's a custom edition for AB Tech in that you're only paying for the chapters that we're going to use in Spanish 111 and 112. So you can buy the book from other sources, but you're paying for extra chapters. This one's a little bit cheaper because you're not paying for the chapters that you're not going to use. There's also the My Spanish Lab access code, and this you'll use for 2 semesters, so that's good. But you will need this, you'll have to buy both of these items for this course. A big chunk of your grade is the My Spanish Lab, so you will need both of those items. I've had students get creative with buying the used book and buying a My Spanish access code, but sometimes that gets to be more expensive. I find the easiest way to do this, and I know this is not always the case, but in this case, the bookstore can be really helpful because you have the nice book that is only what we are using in the course, and the access code all packaged together, ready to go for you. So it's a nice option. The instructor information, my name is Catherine Beauvais, but I go by Kate, Profe Kate. Catherine Beauvais at abtech.edu. I check my email a lot, so you can send me an email, no problem. I have no physical office at AB Tech, so I'll have virtual office hours as needed through a Google Hangout. We can set up a chat. You can email me. I know that it's tough to take an online course, and I know that it's important to have some face-to-face interaction, so I make a lot of videos, and I can reach out to you in any way that is helpful to you, so just keep me updated how I can help you. All right, here we've got some learning objectives and outcomes that we're going to skip over. I do want to talk to you briefly about the modules. We have 4 modules that we're going to cover during this semester, 4 chapters. The first one, the Capítulo Preliminar, Bienvenidos. This is just our conversation, so we're going to get to Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿De dónde eres? Our basic conversation skills. Chapter 2, ¿Qué estudias? We're going to learn a lot of information about being able to talk about our lives as students. What do we study? What do we use? All of that information. ¿Quiénes son tus amigos? In Capítulo 2, we're learning about a couple verbs and also some adjectives, so we get a lot into the adjectives. Capítulo 3, ¿Qué hacen para divertirse? This is when the verbs come hard. We get lots and lots of more verbs. And we talk about our likes and our dislikes. So it's good information. Our evaluation criteria, you'll see that I've set up the semester grade so that I'm really rewarding hard work. You'll see in just a second that only 30% of the final grade is exams, or the final exam. The rest of it is activities. Are you participating? Are you getting things in on time? The My Spanish Lab activities are worth 40% of your grade. The oral exams and pronunciation activities, that's worth 15%. There's 1 per chapter, excluding the Capítulo Preliminar. That's a little early for an oral exam. And the oral exams, we'll see more of them later, but you're going to be using the same program that I'm using to record this video to present a PowerPoint about a topic. You'll talk about your life as a student, a trip you're going to take. It's pretty exciting. We're also going to have chapter assessments that you'll take on My Spanish Lab. The forums, there's 1 per chapter, including the Capítulo Preliminar. And in this one, you're going to do an initial post, and then you'll do a follow-up post. In the forums, I've described exactly what I want to see, and I've also given an example. So you can kind of have a good idea of what this is going to look like as we move forward. The forum and the examen oral can be found on the Moodle page. And then the final exam on the My Spanish Lab is worth 10% of the grade. I do want to reiterate, I do not accept any late work at all, ever. No late work. Right now, everything is set in the computer for the My Spanish Lab for 11:59 p.m. The forums and the oral exams shut off at 11:59 p.m. And of course, the exams do too. I cannot go in and give overrides for individual students, so I will not be doing that. If your power goes out at 11:30 on a Sunday night, you know, this is kind of, you have to work ahead in an online course. You really have to. I don't mean to be a real stickler with this, but this is the only way to be successful in the online course. You gotta work ahead. You gotta plan for it. So, yeah. I do not check daily participation or anything like that. I don't check how often you're on there. But I do want to see that you're on there more than 4 times a week. You cannot be successful in this class signing on twice a week. You really are going to have to be involved more than that. You might not be in Moodle every day. You might be signing into My Spanish Lab 2 days and Moodle 3 days, or the other way around. But you really need to be participating in this class at least 4 days a week. If you wanted to do a little something every day, honestly, that's going to be the best way to learn a language, if this is your goal. All right, here's some college procedures and policies. If you want to click on any of these, it takes you to the AB's Tech website where it gives the official policies. All right, I think that's all of the information about the syllabus. If you have any questions, please shoot me a message and I'm happy to get back to you. Okay, hasta luego. Ciao.